Welcome back to Sports Extra. Now we have the legend in studios. We did talk about a surprise. He is no less than a hero. He's a new generation of squash heroes. You've heard about Jahangir Khan, Jansher Khan throughout your career. They were still the living legends, obviously. But this guy, 8 world titles, #1 in Pakistan. He's won all kinds of awards on the national and international level. He is one of the best squash players you can get your hands on. He's none other than the very legendary, the hero that he is, the real champion, Mr. Farhan Mehboob. Farhan, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me
How
here.
are you?
I'm fine, good.
It feels great having you finally sitting next to a champion himself once again. So tell us what's new, what are you doing right now, what's coming up, how's fitness going?
First of all, I'm training for the international tournaments in August. There's one tournament in Pakistan. There's a local tournament, but it's good for us because we didn't yet that much tournaments in Pakistan. But federation they are very hard working for. They bring tournaments in Pakistan, so definitely I'm training for the August tournaments, and then after playing London Open and then Malaysian Open. So yeah, there is many tournaments coming in the world because we have to improve our ranking now. This is the time, and we have to show to Pakistan and show to world that Pakistani they can do anything in the past like Jansher do and Jahangir do.
Right, we talk about having so many tournaments in Pakistan. We still can, but the problem always remains that we need international quality of squash in Pakistan. If you have a tournament and you bring international players, which the federation in the recent times has done very well to bring international players to Pakistan, you've seen international levels as well. The level of practice needs to be the same. What do you think about that?
Sorry, I can't hear you, the last one.
I'm saying the level of practice needs to be the same. You're practicing in Pakistan,
yeah.
It's different squash. International squash is here. So how do we bridge that gap?
Because they have a lot of a good planning. Because you see Egyptians guys
yes,
now.
Yes, they're very good.
They have I mean, more, we can say, advantage, and they have a new generation, and they have a lot of potential there, and they have a new technology. That's why you can see Egyptians play at the men's side and the women's side and the top positions, because they have to play 16 tournaments per year, and we have to play I play only 6 tournaments per year. So this is not a competition, because if we playing with Egyptians, so there's a big difference with us, you know, because the stamina, the technique is the similar, because we have a good techniques in Pakistan. They have a lot of
but their fitness
is much different, and because of the training, I mean, we have a good coaches, but we have to improve our coaches. We have to improve our trainings more. That's why I spoke to the federations many times. So we have to change that systems, because we have to start a new training sessions, start more tournaments, and they agree with me.
Yeah, and probably they must agree that there are now new trends in squash as well. I did talk to, I was lucky enough to talk to the legendary Qamar Zaman as well. He mentioned that it was not only about training from your coaches or the federation. Sometimes you have to train yourself as well. So there has to be an individual analysis. Like Farhan must think that, okay, today my diet was this, okay, today I'm free, so why don't I go run a couple of kilometers? So what is that feeling? Do you think that you need to train individually as well from your own self?
Yeah, because I play like 18 years for Pakistan, and now I have experience. So because I see a lot of international players outside of the country, and I learn there because what they do on the ground, what they do on the court. So I know everything now, that what I eat, what I do on Monday, what I do on Tuesday. But see, you can see now, I play with junior players now in Pakistan, but I play with 4 or 5 junior players. So I play like 30 games per day. So this is good for me, because I do my running, I do my gym, I do my diet plan.
Yes.
So because now I am not a kid, I'm a professional player now, but for more little bit experience, or for more like advantage training, that high training, yes, we need a very good coach. Yes, we need like Jahangir Khan, like Jansher Khan and Qamar Zaman, like if they come here and they train us.
Have sessions with all
they
of
have
you.
session with us, like session with speak. They can speak everything because what they do.
Tell them their
the past.
secrets.
Yeah, the secrets is very important for us, you know.
And that's probably their secrets were why we were world champion. But now, like you mentioned, that you're playing these couple of tournaments as well. You're going to be traveling very soon. Training has to be there as well. In Pakistan now we see, after a huge gap, a lot of people are now interested in squash. Thankful to God once again that youngsters are coming in. We've got some good female players as well. So that means that you're working on the grassroots levels as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the government should support squash. This is my first and important argue with everywhere.
It's not just the Air Force responsibility.
No, not just the Air Force.
Everybody should come.
Our president, the Air Chief Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan, they do everything for squash nowadays because they give their best. The Air Marshal Syed Saab, the senior vice president, they do everything. I'm happy about my federation because they can provide us tickets, they provide us rackets, everything, because they help us.
International standards.
International standard. But the money which government give to federation, this is a less money, you know, because nowadays, and see, the time is now 2019.
Yes.
Everything is very expensive now. You can see if we can buy one racket, it's 15,000 per racket. If you go outside, every player should have four rackets, 2 pair shoes, like clothes. So it's around maybe like 4 to 5 lakh rupees.
Equipment.
For
every player.
For every player. And if you're traveling outside of country, like 12 tournaments per year, so you can imagine like there's a lot of money we need. But and this is a legendary squash because in 1951, Hashim Khan, I know someone told me like the first tournament when come, it's in 1951.
Back in 1950, and then now it's 2019, a huge gap. But you definitely need more equipment. Who knows, you get angry and you smash your racket and then you need another one. So you got to be sure that you have 3 to 4 of them in your bag.
You can break in 1 second, like when I do the last tournament.
So have you broken a racket?
Yes, I do. And I got punishment from the PSA side, like big money.
Yeah. So you need money to pay your fines as well.
I pay 500 pounds.
500 pounds. Well, but not just the equipment as well. I heard when I talked to Syed Saab as well, and Mujahid Anwar Khan told me this as well, the Air Chief. We were talking on a platform in the latest of tournaments that happened this year where international players came, that they're changing the squash courts as well. Now they're bringing glass courts. They're trying to keep international standards, more glass courts so that we can get more practice as well.
Yeah, they told me that. I mean, we didn't sit in the meeting, but that I heard that about that Pakistan brings a lot of good courts in Pakistan, that every city, and they start PF Academy from every city. Like they're starting academy in Banu as well.
Wow.
And Fata as well. So this is
All
a
areas.
very good achievement, but we need to start squash in the school levels or college levels or like university levels, because when I see outside of the country, like when I go America, Canada, London, everywhere, I see squash everywhere.
In schools
and
colleges.
schools and everywhere. Like there's a lot of that. That's the difference between us and the international standard. You can see there's a lot of players is coming out from the international side. Like you can see, imagine like when I go Egypt, I see a lot of courts there, and there's many, like more than 30 clubs in one city.
More youngsters coming in.
Yeah.
So finally saying that, I understand what you said, the government needs to invest in this as well. There needs to be squash at grassroots level. Now I would want you finally, before we sign off, to give a message to all the young players who want to take up squash. What's the first step they have to do?
The first step, like when I start the age of 6, there's important age because for the youngsters, and because when you play a junior tournament, so you get more experience for the seniors. So this is my message to youngsters, and if they need any help about squash or they learn, I'm here.
Farhan Mehboob is always available.
This is because of Pakistan. I'm a Pakistani player, and I'm proud to be Pakistani, and I'm proud to be Muslim. So they can come everywhere. But nowadays I can see the youngster, they take the wrong line, because the sports is very healthy activity. If they come and play, they just play for his country.
And stay away from bad things.
Stay away
Yeah.
from bad
But thank
things.
you very much. You're a true champion. It was
Thank you
lovely
so
having
much
you.
once again
It's
for
always
having
an honor sitting next to you and hearing all of your views.
Me
as
too,
well.
sir.
Thank you. And I wish you the best of luck for your tournaments. And we hope you don't smash rackets and don't get more 500 fines. as well.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. But that says it all. His message is straightforward. If you want to learn squash, Farhan Mehboob is always available. You can go to him, learn from his experience as well, but do take an autograph because he is a real champion as well, and take a selfie with him as well so you can tell people you met the great Farhan Mehboob. That's all we have time for this edition of Sports Extra. We're going to say bye-bye from me and the entire team. Allah Hafiz.